Zupan. He's muted. He's muted.
Ellie got on mute.
Here.
Oh, hold on, before you go any farther,
Yeah.
it is Mr. Zupan's birthday today also, so happy birthday,
Happy
Mr.
birthday.
Zupan.
Happy
Thank you for the wishes.
Vosberg.
Here.
Moses.
Here.
Jones. Walrod. Schwartz.
Here.
Wynn.
Here.
Pinard.
Here.
During. Here. Reuter. Cunningham.
Here.
Tim Cunningham.
He said here.
Okay.
Here.
Stokes.
Here.
Stepanski.
Here.
Becker.
Here.
Kavanaugh. Roberts. Maglioka.
Here.
And Du Bois. 1,500 votes present.
Okay, need a motion to approve our minutes from our previous meeting, please. Motion by Mr. Moses, seconded by Mrs. Kavanaugh. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by voting aye. Aye. Opposed, carried. Okay, reports of committees, unfinished business.
One communication, confirmation received from our local cancer foundation, Jessica's Heroes, for the donation in the amount of $165 in the memory of Joe Ostrander. A report, Madison County IDEA executed copy of a payment in lieu of taxes agreement for Hardin Plaza. Madison County Office of Emergency Management 2021 Annual Report, and Madison County Occupancy Tax Receipts Expenditures for October through December 21. Vouchers payable in the amount of $1,703,789.68.
Okay, first thing we're gonna start out with is, we're gonna have Ron Raymer and the veterans come up, and they have a presentation for the Elks Club, from the Elks Club for Operation Care Drop. So Ron, come on up. Want me out of the way. Yes, sir.
Good morning, and thank you. I'm here today with members of the Elks Club, the United Elks Club. It's Kathy, Matt, George, and of course, Bruce. And I'd just like to take a moment. I'd just like to thank everyone who was involved in helping to make this grant possible in support of Operation Care Drop. Specifically, the individuals that were here with us today. In addition, Don Smith and Jim Tuggy of Wavem. These individuals recognize the potential good this program aims to do. Operation Care Drop is a program that was formally started by our agency in 2021. It was started with the intention of providing temporary emergency financial assistance to vulnerable veterans who may not be eligible for other forms of assistance for one reason or another, yet may still be facing difficult financial gap for the needs of life. The program looks to provide those veterans with necessities such as a tank of gas, heating oil, groceries, transportation, etc. With this grant, the program will be able to help many veterans in Madison County weather the various storms of life. So again, just like to say thank you to all of you here, and we greatly appreciate you considering us and our program.
Anybody else want to say anything? You sure? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jermaine. Nice meeting you. Okay, next we have proclamation for Problem Gambling Awareness Month. Problem gambling is a preventable public health issue that affects our 600,000 New York residents of all ages, races, and ethnic backgrounds, and causes significant social and economic costs for families, businesses, and communities. Expanding availability and accessibility of gambling activities in New York State increases our collective risk for problem gambling, and problem gambling is treatable, and treatment is effective in minimizing this harm to both individuals and society as a whole. Promoting public awareness provides New Yorkers an opportunity to educate the public and policymakers about the warning signs and available support for individuals and families struggling with problems related to gambling activity. Whereas the New York Council on Problem Gambling and its partners have encouraged individuals, professionals, and organizations to join the effort to raise awareness of this issue, support these struggling, and become advocates for the cause through Stronger Than You Think, NewYork.org. And the New York Council on Problem Gambling and the Central Region Problem Gambling Resource Center invite all residents of Madison County, New York to participate in Problem Gambling Awareness Month. And the National Council on Problem Gambling, the New York Council on Problem Gambling, and the Central Region Problem Gambling Resource Center have designated March 2022 as Problem Gambling Awareness Month. That's our first proclamation. Next, Joe, you want to bring Scott up and Kevin? This is recognizing the extraordinary actions of Scott Fitzgerald. The Madison County Board of Supervisors does recognize outstanding achievements by groups, organizations, and individuals in Madison County. And Scott Fitzgerald and Kevin Parker are both Madison County Highway employees who work the evening shift from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. And on the evening of February 15th, 2022, at the Brown Road Highway Facility in Eaton, during their scheduled lunch break, Kevin began choking on a piece of steak and was gasping for air. Scott Fitzgerald recognized the look on Kevin Parker's face and saw that he was choking, and Scott Fitzgerald immediately sprang to action and positioned himself to perform the Heimlich maneuver. The first attempt was unsuccessful, so a second attempt was needed before the obstruction was dislodged. Due to the extraordinary and swift actions performed by Scott Fitzgerald, Kevin Parker's life was saved. So there's our other proclamation. So thank you very much, guys.
Scott, would you like to say anything? Scott and Kevin obviously are not used to the fame and attention that you get at a board meeting. So, but as a department head, I mean, obviously, I was very happy to hear what had happened, and I think it's recognition that's due to these two gentlemen. So, thank you.
Yes, sir. Here you go, Joe. Thank you. Okay, next, County Administrator Mark Simone will give his departmental review for 2021.
Give me a second. First of all, before I start this, I want to thank Samantha Field and Ryan Coe for putting together. We're doing things a little bit differently this year. You're going to actually see a video. Apologize for the length. It's 29 minutes. It was 40. Cut some things back. But this is all our department heads and staff going over the year in review. You're going to see a lot of pictures, a lot of video, and you get to see our department heads in action. And it's a really nice video and great work by everybody. So thank you, especially Sam and Ryan, for putting it together. I gotta do a share first, so bear with me. So people on YouTube can see it. Hi, I'm County Administrator Mark Simone, and I'm proud to present the 2021 year in review presented by our department heads and staff. One of our biggest accomplishments in 2021 was a Reconnect grant we received from the USDA for $10.1 million. This grant will provide broadband to unserved and underserved portions of our community and introduce a major competitor to the area. We hope to get the project up and running by 2023. In 2021, unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic continued to rage in Madison County. Thanks to the efforts of our public health department, emergency management, public information, maintenance, and IT, along with countless volunteers, we were able to provide vaccine clinics, testing, and other community resources to help keep our communities safe. Thank you again for all your efforts.
So in 2021, we did a major amount of work on a new facility here in Morrisville for the Morrisville Division. And a lot of it was primarily around the outside of the building, doing site grading and parking lot paving for the parking lot. We put down about 8,000 tons of asphalt, and that covered about just over 6 acres of area. And we combined all that time and effort in conjunction with the rest of our road work and bridge work. So the new facility is about a $16 million project. Started in the end of 2019. It houses about 12 plow trucks and about 32 staff members. And it's a significant upgrade from our previous old facility. We paved about 26.9 miles of county road, and 18.24 miles of that were recycled, and 46.72 miles of that were chip sealed, and 83 miles of that were crack filled. We replaced 2 structurally deficient bridges. One was Bolivar Road over Chittenango Creek in the town of Sullivan. The other was New Boston Street over Alville Creek in the village of Canastota. And both those projects were funded with Bridge New York funds. We did 2 large culverts. One was on Cole Street. One was which was in the town of Stockbridge. The other was Dugway Road in the town of Nelson. And additional 29 cross culverts, just various driveways across the county.
So we've seen a huge increase in the use of our services. Prior to the pandemic, we had about 800 to 900 clients at any time, and now we routinely have 1,500 or more. We have a ton of people just calling us for services every day and using our crisis line, which is great. So we're very busy, and we've added some new positions to try to accommodate it, and the county has been very supportive to us. We have had for several years a pretty active CIT program that we do with the police agencies in the county, and so this year we hosted another CIT training. We had 25 people attend from the Sheriff's Department, Oneida Police, DSS, and so that program is continuing in a very strong way. And also we started a 911 diversion project with the 911 call center, and we are taking callers kind of away from the 911 center that maybe just need support from a therapist and aren't a true emergency, to try to give them services that they need. So also this year, the chairman asked to convene a task force to look at the impact of COVID on our community. So we have been working with a consultant to assess kind of the needs of the community as a whole, and to determine what projects are kind of needed to support people on their road to well-being and recovery. So we have identified some project areas that we are kicking off in this year.
Facilities also was involved with newly constructed highway garage complex in the town of Eaton, Clarkville Water District project in the town of Lincoln and Lenox, upgrade renovation to the county office building elevator, removal of the county-owned home with real property, Gorman Foundation, office renovation for the new mental health department program, Pathways program. We had a change of long-time employee in Central Services, Alex Brown, 35 years, and now Todd Russell has replaced Alex. We also have added a printing machine, envelope printing machine down there that's allowed a lot of different options for the various departments, villages, and towns. We're standing in a newly renovated maintenance garage for our staff. It's their kitchen, break room, offices. Our building maintenance supervisor, Dave Reese, had retired this year in 2021 after 25 years. We've replaced Dave with Lyle Melboff, who's been doing a great job. Maintenance assisted in the relocating of several departments in the county. Child Advocacy Center was moved to Oneida. Solid waste offices were moved to where the old Child Advocacy Center was. Staff have built 32 wooden boxes for Board of Elections and all the other various day-to-day activities that happens.
It was a pretty busy year because it was a local year, so we get to see all of the candidates in Madison County. And it's not so distant, but it's also a little bit crazy because there's lots of activity here in our office. The implementation of early voting, we had to move to the highest municipality in the county, which was the town of Sullivan. And that was pulled off successfully. Implementation of at least 30 new election laws, coming up with policies and procedures to make sure that we're still in compliance. We have a new commissioner this year. We had a new commissioner last year after 27 years of Laura Costello being here, so it was interesting to make that transition and a learning experience for all here in the office. 2022 is a different year for us in the way that it's the governor's year. Lots more voter questions. We look forward to having another successful election year.
Together, as a team, we provide assistance to the veteran community in the application of their veteran benefits through the Department of Veterans Affairs, in addition to state and local benefits they may be entitled to. Some of the highlights for 2021 include our first annual inaugural Veterans 22-kilometer awareness hike. Myself and our team walked 22 kilometers to raise awareness for veteran suicide, as well as remembering all those currently deployed throughout the world. We're pleased to announce that our agency is now dual accredited by both the American Legion and the New York State Division of Veterans Affairs. This dual accreditation allows us to better assist the veteran community. Another highlight for this year is Operation Care Drop. What this program does is it attempts to provide emergency assistance to veterans in need who may be in the in-between while they wait for their VA benefits to kick in, or may be just over the income threshold for such programs offered at other public services. With this, we're able to assist with fuel for heating homes, electric issues. We're very proud of these achievements for this year, and we hope to continue that into the future, and we're excited about 2022.
The leadership program is our personal skills development program. The first year, the youth learn confidence building, they learn team building, they do a lot together, and those classes are offered within their school day. The classes were offered in Morrisville, Casanova, and Chittenango. We had 38 youth participate. That program goes into a second year with its service learning component. We had 6 students from Casanova, Chittenango, and Stockbridge do the service learning pieces, and they were able to do over 100 hours of service in a number of different places. We started the Madison County Youth Council. That group is meant to empower youth and give them a voice, encourage them to be more involved in their community. So we have a number of students involved with the Youth Council, 4 different districts. We're hoping to grow and change that group. Summer program is something that the staff wanted to reach young people who didn't have another opportunity, and especially during COVID, kids weren't getting outside, kids weren't doing anything active and engaging, and seeing people outside of school. So that program ran over summer for 6th and 7th graders. So this year in March, we were able to bring the Runaway and Homeless Youth Program within Madison County, so it's under the umbrella of social services. The New Visions Government, Public Administration and Law program is in its 3rd year. That program was awarded a Champions of Change for Kids award through the New York State School Boards Association for their work with staffing the COVID-19 vaccine call center.
During 2021, staff at the probation department collected over $90,000 in restitution from offenders and redistributed that money to crime victims throughout the area. Also, officers in the department completed over 400 hours of in-service training on topics such as motivational interviewing, substance abuse, human trafficking, and mental illness in order to better help probationers in changing their problematic behaviors. Also, in July 2021, in collaboration with the Madison County Sheriff's Office, staff members conducted a search of a probationer's residence and vehicle, resulting in the confiscation of several illegal, untraceable ghost guns and high-capacity magazines, thus continuing our commitment to reduce risk to the community that we serve.
Over the last year, we created a brand new assigned counsel program going from a public defender's office of in-house attorneys to a team of very diverse and experienced contract attorneys. One of our main accomplishments was we were able to get on board 26 attorneys from all different areas of the county, including some former JAG prosecutors, former district attorneys, and a wide array of former public defenders with many years' experience. We were able to take a budget that was forecasted to go very over budget and instead deliver the county $200,000 under budget. We created a brand new program, instituted CAP Court, the first centralized arraignment part the county has had. And we've gone from a staff of 0 to now having 2 full-time assistants with a third coming on board. We're very excited for the future of the program and continue to work on ways to develop and improve the quality of the program in the year coming up.
The Department of Law worked on achieving many department goals in 2021, despite the hurdles faced with the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The department routinely reviewed and updated the contract policy and standardized contracts as needed. In response to the implementation of the Raise the Age legislation, the Department of Law coordinated with several other county departments in continuing an effective implementation strategy, as well as conducting training sessions for law enforcement. Lastly, our office continues to offer internship opportunities to students from the Syracuse University Law School and the Madison Oneida BOCES New Visions Program for Law, Government, and Public Administration.
In 2021 started as well as ended with the highest number of cases that we've had to date since the pandemic started. As a result, the health department staff time and efforts have been dedicated to COVID-19 response activities, including vaccinations, testing, and community outreach and education. Madison County was one of the first counties to provide vaccines to its residents and has one of the highest vaccination rates in the state. In 2021, the health department administered 19,511 doses of COVID vaccine. We provided vaccine at 3 community sites and through our health department clinic site. We also provided vaccine to 104 of our residents who are homebound and vaccine to our providers' offices and local pharmacies. We work closely with our hospitals, colleges, public schools, nursing homes, employers, pharmacies, and community organizations such as the Office of the Aging to ensure and coordinate vaccination activities for eligible residents. In March of 21, we established a Vaccine Equity Committee comprised of about 40 individuals from various agencies and community members in Madison County. The purpose of this committee was to ensure that every resident in Madison County had an equal opportunity to receive a vaccination. Concurrent with providing vaccines, the health department worked closely with our community partners and the state health department to make sure that COVID testing was available to our residents. In 2021, over 206,000 tests were administered to community residents, with 6,810 residents becoming positive. A considerable amount of our time in 2021 was spent interpreting and translating state and federal guidance materials for schools, businesses, communities, and elected officials. Likewise, we were constantly challenged with dealing with the considerable amount of misinformation. Since the beginning of the pandemic, our department and the county has provided data and information for our residents to keep them informed. Throughout the pandemic, the health department continued to perform its normal activities and programs such as child-led investigations, maternal and child health visits, coordinating services with children with developmental delays, and inspecting and permitting our regulated facilities.
Due to the pandemic, many civil service exams were canceled in 2020, which meant last year was very busy doing makeup exams, and it continues to be the case in 2022. Last year, the department worked 11 Saturdays, administering 37 civil service exams to 387 candidates. The county experienced a fair amount of turnover in 2021, which included 26 retirements. As the county filled those vacancies, we were required to do many new employee orientations. Last year was an all-time high. We conducted 75 new employee orientations. Never seen that before. As nursing shortages were occurring throughout the state, we conducted a market research study. A new wage schedule was negotiated for the nurses to help with recruitment and retention of that staff. A similar undertaking occurred for the management confidential plan, and a new salary schedule was implemented there as well. There were executive orders, state and federal laws modifying working conditions during the pandemic. We needed to develop policies and procedures to address the orders and laws for employees unable to work during the pandemic. Certain criteria had to be met in order to be eligible for the emergency paid sick leave. That criteria was ever-changing. The Personnel Department was responsible for drafting policies and procedures and revising them as necessary. We were also responsible for tracking all of the COVID leaves. A telework policy was also developed, providing the framework for employees to work from home. This offered greater flexibility for our workforce.
As the county's compliance officer, I'm responsible for running an effective compliance program that's in line with applicable federal and state laws. So for 2021, we had a pretty extensive work plan. An area that we decided to focus on highly was the county's workforce clearance procedures. That included an assessment of the hiring and termination procedures, as well as what an employee's onboarding experience looks like. In order to streamline those processes, the county purchased a human resources software program called NeoGov. We also developed 2 new policies. One was to put in procedures for video recordings, and then we also put in a policy for county shred bins. We ended the year by celebrating National Compliance and Ethics Week. Activities were planned for that week that involved a raffle drawing, crossword puzzles, and a compliance booth that visited various county buildings. And that was a great opportunity for employees to meet myself and ask questions about our program.
Our office operates 4 primary functions. First one is emergency management, second one is fire coordination, third is EMS coordination, and the fourth is the 911 center. On the emergency management side, our staff worked throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, actively assisting the public health department. In 2021, our team assisted with the setup, operations, and teardown of vaccination and testing sites, and we coordinate the logistical needs of personal protective equipment to ensure county employees and first responders remain safe while serving the public. In 2021, we drafted the Continuity of Operations Plan, also known as the COOP for the county. This plan assists county departments and administration in ensuring essential county services are provided to the public at times of disaster. With the assistance of the Building Maintenance and Information Technology Departments, the Emergency Operations Center, or the EOC, this room, was completely renovated in 2021. The room doubled in size and technology was upgraded to ensure the facility is capable of operating in the virtual and the virtual/in-person hybrid environment. On the fire coordination side, emergency management staff provides training opportunities for Madison County and neighboring counties' first responders. Our training center, located at Tuttle Road in the town of Lincoln, served 2,567 participants representing 86 different agencies in 2021. The county's very first emergency medical service coordinator, John Barantini, resigned his post in 2021. I would like to thank John for his many years of dedicated service to Madison County and wish him great success in his new position. Following a highly competitive search process, we were pleased to welcome Jenna Roski as our new EMS coordinator. Jenna has hit the ground running and is a great addition to our team. Our 911 center operates 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, answering emergency calls for service and dispatching law enforcement, fire, and EMS agencies. In 2021, our team of public safety communicators answered over 92,000 calls, resulting in 59,389 law enforcement responses 9,494 EMS responses, and 8,002 fire department responses. On September 11th, New York State Governor Kathy Hochul signed a law officially designating public safety communicators as first responders here in New York. By answering your calls for assistance, our team here in Madison County are truly the county's first responders.
The Treasurer's Office provides many services for our county taxpayers and other county departments. One of our main responsibilities, although unpopular, is the collection and enforcement of delinquent real property taxes. We also had to keep track of all of the governor's executive orders to make sure that we complied with all of the laws in regard to our foreclosure process. There was also a question as to whether we would be able to conduct the 2021 land sale in an in-person setting because of COVID-19. As a result, we had our first ever online auction, and it was a big success. Our entire staff contributed to the success of the auction, along with our outside auction company and several other county departments that assist along the way. A big thank you to all of my staff and all of those who helped us achieve this goal for the county.
We worked with the Village of Canastota on a Main Street redevelopment grant. The project focused on rehabilitating 7 buildings in downtown Canastota, primarily on their Main Street, Route 13. That's included renovations of some apartments, commercial spaces, and facade renovations. Another project that we worked on here in the planning department was preparing for some improvements to Delphi Falls County Park and putting in place almost a mile-long hiking trail that has some overlooks that view both falls, the upper and lower. Looking to put in a permanent parking lot, some restroom facilities, and then a fully ADA accessible overlook for the lower falls. Obviously, the pandemic has had a strong impact across all sectors of employment. We are doing efforts to reach out to try to bring the services to the people, and so we've been having a number of locations, primarily at libraries throughout the county, where we have remote office hours. In addition to that, we held an in-person job fair in 2021. Had a great turnout. Obviously, employers are still looking for employees, and so it was a well-attended event, and we hope to hold more job fairs as we go into 2022.
We had 4 goals that we accomplished this year. The first one is the payroll department was able to get the health benefits on our ESS system, so each employee was able to access it on their computer. Our second one is that we finished our AUD on time during COVID. Our third one was that the purchase card rebate was increased to $60,000 this year. And the fourth one was our local eats, where we pumped in $765,000 into the economy during that program.
Last year in 2021, we managed about 58,000 tons of waste that residents and businesses generated. In partnership with the ARC, we also managed and processed 6,000 tons of recyclables. That's 128 million pounds of materials that needed to be properly and efficiently managed. Our team of about 25 full and part-time employees is responsible for making sure that we manage all materials safely and in accordance with environmental regulations. I'd like to use this opportunity to give our team a big thank you for all they do day in and day out, because it's not always the most desirable work. Here are just a few examples of the behind-the-scenes action. The Environmental Compliance Coordinator analyzing a daily sample of landfill leachate, the Deputy Director checking the landfill gas collection wells to make sure we control odors and maximize the amount of landfill gas delivered to the landfill gas to energy plant, one of our heavy equipment operators doing the daily data collection to measure the amount of leachate that is collected in the primary and secondary leachate collection systems, our recycling coordinator providing a presentation to a local community organization, and a weigh station operator doing the daily check on the truck scale's radiation detection system. On another note, last year residents searched for over 16,000 materials on our How Do I Recycle Dispose Of online search tool. In times of volatile recycling markets, we can't stress enough how critical it is for all of us to recycle right. Lastly, the Solid Waste Department is one of the only county departments that is self-funded. That is, we do not receive local tax money to fund our programs. Instead, the solid waste recycling programs, transfer stations, and landfill are funded by waste disposal fees. One of our top goals is offering cost-effective programs for our county residents and businesses now and into the future. At the end of 2021, we hired a professional engineering firm to perform an assessment of our current operations and identify potential alternatives that may improve our long-term financial sustainability. By the end of 2022, we hope to share the results of that study.
Throughout 2021, DSS continued to serve the residents of Madison County, with 14,000 of our residents receiving Medicaid, 6,000 residents receiving SNAP, 5,000 families getting HEAP, 4,000 residents receiving child support, and nearly 1,500 reports to our Child Protective Services to keep kids safe and provide services for parents.
Housing of the homeless and those needing safe, stable shelter has taken on additional work the past year. With eviction moratoriums due to the pandemic, available housing has become extremely difficult to find. Despite an influx of federal funding, the ability to find and move families and individuals into permanent housing has been a challenge. DSS saw 208 homeless persons representing 174 unique individuals, 101 men and 74 women. Of those, DSS placed 40 into temporary shelter. There were various reasons for homelessness. 93 individuals became homeless due to the loss of support from family and friends. 28 were evicted from their homes, 20 released from jail, with the remaining reasons including county-to-county moves, domestic violence, codes enforcement, and others. The coming year will undoubtedly continue to have further issues as the availability of housing continues to dwindle and landlords are not as likely to extend their generosity to low-income populations. We are also facing a greater reliance by New York State for locating housing for former inmates through the Department of Corrections, those released from institutional settings, Office of Mental Health, and Office for People with Developmental Disabilities, and other high needs, specialized settings that require some very intense involvement on the part of DSS staff. DSS will continue to pursue available funding, including a new rental supplement program recently enacted by New York State, and provide programs and services to address homelessness in Madison County.
I hope you enjoyed our video. Thank you to Chairman Becker and the Madison County Board of Supervisors for providing myself and the county departments with support time and time again. And a special thank you to the county employees. Without you, we wouldn't be where we're at today, which is one of the best counties in the entire state of New York. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for providing the support to our residents. I hope everybody has a safe 2022, and we'll be moving forward past COVID and continuing to provide the excellent services that our residents are accustomed to.
Excellent job.
Great work by everybody involved. Better than listening to me read it, 30 minutes of the accomplishments of our employees. It's good to hear from our department heads and staff. So
Turn down a little more. There you go. Yep. Okay, we're all set now, right?
Okay, yep, resolutions. We
Okay.
got everybody in.
Yep, let's move ahead.
Resolutions for our preferred agenda by Government Operations Committee. Resolution 1, authorizing an out-of-state conference for highway. Resolution 2, establishing the office of assigned counsel. Resolution 3, allocating the title of Social Welfare Examiner Trainee to Appendix B of the CSCA White Collar Agreement. Resolution 4, allocating the title of Mental Health Crisis Worker to Appendix B of the CSCA White Collar Agreement and authorizing the chairman to enter into an agreement. Number 5, creating a public health sanitarian position for the Public Health Department. Number 6, creating a senior welfare employee representative position in social services. Number 7, creating the deputy county treasurer position in the treasurer's office and modifying the 22 budget. Number 8, authorizing an agreement with Day Automation. Number 9, adopting an employee separation policy. And number 10, adopting an updated investment policy and procedures. Mary Kavanaugh, Chairwoman, Government Operations Committee.
Mr. Chairman, I move these resolutions for adoption.
Resolution's been made. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Roberts. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Moses,
Yes.
Jones,
Aye.
Walrod,
Aye.
Schwartz, Wynn, Pinard,
Aye.
Durian, Ruder,
Aye.
Cunningham,
Aye.
Stokes,
Aye.
Stepanski,
Yes.
Becker,
Aye.
Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Roberts,
Aye.
Maglioka,
Aye.
Dubois,
Aye.
Corbin,
Yes.
Zupan,
Yes.
Fosberg,
Aye.
1,500 ayes.
Carrie.
And next we have the Finance, Ways and Means Committee. Resolution 11, 12, 13, and 14 are all modifying the 21 budget for the health insurance, workers' comp, disability insurance, and retirement. Number 15, authorizing refund of 2021 and 22 county and town taxes. And number 16, authorizing the modification of the 22 budget for ARPA. Matt Roberts, Chairman, Finance, Ways and Means.
Mr. Chairman, I move these resolutions for adoption.
Resolution's been made. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Moses. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Jones. Walrod.
Aye.
Schwartz. Wynn. Pinard.
Aye.
Durian. Ruder. Cunningham.
Aye.
Stokes.
Aye.
Stepanski.
Yes.
Becker.
Aye.
Kavanaugh.
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Maglioka.
Aye.
Dubois.
Aye.
Corbin.
Yes.
Zupan.
Yes.
Osberg.
Aye.
Moses.
Yes.
1,500 ayes.
Carrie.
Next, we have Administration Oversight Committee. Number 17, designating disposal of surplus county personal property. Number 18, approving a trade-in of a 2007 John Deere tractor with boom mower. Number 19, acknowledging the introduction of proposed local law number 1 for the year 2022 and calling for a public hearing on the modification of weighted voting. Number 20, directing the county attorney's office to draft legislation allowing the Board of Elections to reallocate the early voting site for county seat. David Jones, Chairman, Administration Oversight Committee.
Mr. Chairman, I move these resolutions for adoption.
Resolution's been made. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Roberts. Is there any discussion? I've got a problem with number 18. There's a comment about Ford tractors versus John Deere tractors. I don't know if I agree with that. So. Pete, you're not gonna say anything? You're not gonna weigh in on that one?
You said it was a personal opinion.
Yeah, that's right. It's a personal opinion. Okay, roll
Blue
call.
goat.
Yeah. Roll call, please. Alex, yes, sir. Yep.
Town of Stockbridge now has a 4-year term. It just wasn't noted in there, not that it doesn't really affect the resolution, but.
Okay, anything else? Okay, roll call, please.
Okay. Walrod.
Aye.
Schwartz. Wynn. Pinard.
Aye.
Durian. Ruder. Cunningham. I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Cunningham.
Aye.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Stokes.
Aye.
Stepanski. Becker.
Aye.
Kavanaugh.
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Maglioka.
Aye.
Dubois. Corbin.
Yes.
Zupan.
Yes.
Osberg.
Aye.
Moses.
Yes.
Jones.
Aye.
1,500 ayes.
Carrie.
Okay, Health and Human Services Committee, Resolution 21, authorizing the amendment of Madison County Youth Bureau Youth Board bylaws. 22, authorizing an agreement community action program. 23, authorizing a modification of the 21 budget for home energy. 24, fixing foster boarding home rates. And 25, authorizing the modification of the 22 budget for DSS administration. Alex Stepanski, Chairman, Health and Human Services Committee.
Mr. Chairman, I move the adoption of these resolutions.
Resolution's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Dubois. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by voting aye. Or no, roll call, sorry. I'm ahead of myself. Sorry.
Schwartz,
Long movie.
Wynn, Kennard,
Aye.
Durian. Aye. Reuter, Cunningham,
Aye.
Stokes,
Aye.
Stefanski,
Yes.
Becker,
Aye.
Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Roberts,
Aye.
Maglioka,
Aye.
Dubois,
Aye.
Corbin,
Yes.
Zupan,
Yes.
Osberg,
Aye.
Moses,
Yes.
Jones, Walrod,
Aye.
1,500 ayes.
Carrie.
Planning Committee, Resolution 26, authorizing the modification of the 21 budget for tourism. 27, appointing a member to the Workforce Development Board of Herkimer, Madison, Oneida Counties. 28, 29, and 30 are all entering agreements with the Main Street Energy Improvement Grant Program for Clay Skinner, Scott Baker, and the Village of Cazenovia. Number 31, implementing a climate smart community task force and appointing a climate smart community coordinator. And 32, authorizing an economic development loan for Flour and Salt Bakery. Cliff Moses, Chairman, Planning Committee.
Mr. Chairman, I move these resolutions for adoption.
Resolution's been made, seconded by Mr. Walrod. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Wynn, Kennard,
Aye.
Durian. Aye. Reuter, Cunningham,
Aye.
Stokes,
Aye.
Stefanski.
Yes.
Becker,
Aye.
Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Maglioka,
Aye.
Dubois,
Aye.
Corbin,
Yes.
Zupan,
Yes.
Vosberg,
Aye.
Moses,
Yes.
Jones, Walrod,
Aye.
Schwartz. 1,500 ayes.
Carrie.
Next, we have our Criminal Justice Public Safety Committee. Resolution 33, authorizing an agreement with Diversion Management LLC to administer a traffic diversion program. 34, authorizing a modification of the 22 budget for the Sheriff's Department office. 35, authorizing modification for the 22 budget for Homeland Security. 36, authorizing agreement with Lexipol for subscription materials. 37, authorize the chairman to apply for a grant with New York State Division of Canal Corporation. 38, authorizing agreement in New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services for the SLETPP grant and modifying the 22 budget. 39, authorizing modification of the 21 budget for traffic diversion program. 40, authorizing modification for the 21 budget for capital projects, public safety microwave update. 41, authorizing modification of the 21 budget for capital projects, public safety equipment. And 42, authorizing modification of the 21 budget for sheriffs. Pete Walrod, Chairman, Criminal Justice, Public Safety.
Mr. Chairman, I move these resolutions for adoption.
Resolution is made. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Vosberg. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Kennard,
Aye.
Durian. Aye. Reuter. Cunningham,
Aye.
Stokes. Stefanski,
Yes.
Becker,
Aye.
Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Roberts.
Aye.
Maglioka,
Aye.
Dubois,
Aye.
Corbin,
Yes.
Zupan,
Yes.
Vosberg,
Aye.
Moses.
Yes.
Jones, Walrod,
Aye.
Schwartz.
Yes.
Wynn.
Yes.
1,500 ayes.
Carried.
Highway Department. Resolution 43, authorize the chairman to terminate an agreement with Hudson Valley Tree and Lawn Care. 44, authorize the chairman to modify an agreement with Lawn Medic Pest Arrest. 45, authorizing the modification of the 22 budget for highway facility. 46, authorizing the modification of the 22 budget for the Clarkville Water District external customer charge. 47, authorizing the modification of the 22 budget for the Clarkville Water District contingency. 48, authorizing agreement with Suitco Corp. 49, authorizing agreement with U.S. Bridge Division of the Ohio Bridge Corp. For prefabricated steel for the Water Street Bridge. 50, authorizing agreements with Sealco, USA, Gorman Brothers, and Ann Seal. And 51, authorizing agreement with Shamong Supply Corp. Bill Zupan, Chairman, Highway Building and Grounds.
Mr. Chairman, I move these resolutions for adoption.
Resolution's been made, seconded by Mr. Stefanski. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Durian. Aye. Reuter. Cunningham.
Aye.
Stokes,
Aye.
Stepanski,
Yes.
Becker,
Aye.
Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Roberts,
Aye.
Maglioka,
Aye.
Dubois,
Aye.
Corbin,
Yes.
Zupan,
Yes.
Fosberg,
Aye.
Moses.
Yes.
Jones, Walrod,
Aye.
Schwartz, Wynn, Pinard,
Aye.
1,500 ayes.
Carried.
A Solid Waste Recycling Committee, number 52, authorizing chairman to enter into a modification and extension agreement with Alpha Analytical. 53, authorize the chairman to enter into a modification and extension agreement for Barton and LaJudas. 54, authorizing a modification and extension agreement for Costics Engineering. 55, authorizing the chairman to enter into an agreement with Henderson Brothers. 56, authorizing the purchase of a 22 Volvo off-road dump truck for solid waste. 57, authorizing agreement with Tops Market for selling solid waste punch cards. And we have Jim Cunningham, Chairman, Solid Waste Recycling Committee.
Mr. Chairman, I move these resolutions for adoption.
Resolutions made, seconded by Ms. Schwartz. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Reuter, Cunningham,
Aye.
Stokes,
Aye.
Stepanski,
Yes.
Becker,
Aye.
Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Roberts,
Aye.
Maglioka,
Aye.
Dubois,
Aye.
Corbin,
Yes.
Zupan,
Yes.
Fosberg,
Aye.
Moses.
Yes.
Jones, Walrod,
Aye.
Schwartz, Wynn,
Yes.
Pinard,
Aye.
During. Aye. 1,500 ayes.
Carried.
And now we will go to regular resolutions under the regular agenda, and 1, 2, 3. All 6 resolutions deal with modifying the 22 budget, and they're all on fund balance. And I believe the chairman wants to do one vote for all together.
If we can, yeah. So we have to do a motion to do that. Okay, so I'll need a motion to bundle these together. Motion by Mr. Jones, second. Second by Mr. Reuter. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by voting aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Carried. No, that's not on that. Now we'll do, the roll call will be on the whole thing. That was just bundling them, Alex.
That was just putting them together.
Thank you.
Okay, roll call on number 58 through 63. Cunningham,
Aye.
Stokes,
Aye.
Stepanski,
Yes.
Becker,
Aye.
Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Roberts,
Aye.
Maglioka,
Aye.
Dubois,
Aye.
Corbin,
Yes.
Zupan,
Yes.
Fosberg,
Aye.
Moses.
Yes.
Jones, Walrod,
Aye.
Schwartz, Wynn, Pinard,
Aye.
During. Aye. Reuter. 1,500 ayes.
Okay, is there any public comment back there, Joe?
No,
No?
it's here. There's none.
None? Okay. Does anybody else have anything? Okay, motion to adjourn. Motion by Mr. Moses, second by Mr. Walrod. We're adjourned.
We got the 1 o'clock thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, now make that announcement for Dan.
1 o'clock here in the chambers on the hazard mitigation.
Wow, next month. Here is the maiden voyage.
Oh, God.
We're gonna roll that. We're gonna do a mock once we get all the resolutions.
A mock.
A mock board meeting.
I'm gonna sit that back there just for Ray.
Great
I
job.
believe it.
Yeah.
No, I would not do that.
Something's up with that
I
TV,
know.
and then even all of them were like flickering.
It'll just be mild hazing
I have it
prior to.
Yeah, well, yeah, we gotta give you a little.
It's only
We
fair.
gotta give you a little.
Oh, it's only fair. Lucky for me, I've been using it my entire life. So.
There's something to do with the system, the computer, I think. But it's just gonna get people. Yeah, I started.
There was no. pressure.
Yeah, these ones weren't as bad.
Well, I didn't want it. I didn't poke the bear really either.
So you're waiting until next meeting to go get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Evil.
He's really gonna Get you broke in here.
I know.
Okay, we're good.
So next meeting, we have to do the public hearing.
And that's usually I'll have a folder already with my little paper saying, public hearing at so-and-so, what it is,